1, go.
Hello and welcome to Game 3 of DDT vs. iMps. And we've had a really exciting series so far with iMps taking the first game and DDT taking last game. And pretty much the bans have evolved to banning the hero who made you lose the last game. So now we've seen slightly different bans this game with Sandwraith getting banned now. So yeah, this is Headhunter joined by War Machine. What's up, War?
Nothing. Looking at these bands, yeah, they pretty much had the same bands the entire time. Looks like they swapped Wretched Hag for Voodoo Jester and Soul Stealer for Sandwraith. So obviously not liking the Voodoo Jester. I'm pretty sure that was probably him. Yes, maybe. Voodoo Jester pretty much trashed Malkin last game, like we were commenting on. So he's a great anti-carry hero, especially against the focus fire. It really you need half as much damage to kill someone. So. Yeah. He's a good hero.
Curse Ground has, probably the most damage potential of any ability in the game. So,
yeah, it's obviously very good bands. So, I like those bands and still kind of keep down the ganks with the Dr. Pulsar and Devour, Pebbles, and Thunderbringer bands. So, pretty standard for these teams, but yeah.
We will see Hag for the first time in this series, picked up by DDT since she was left unbanned, so that can be good. Hag, a great ganking hero, with some early farm, can become super strong late game. Definitely one of those semi-carry-esque heroes we've been talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a really strong hero, and they banned her for a reason and kind of let it go to pick up some other heroes and kind of been dominating them. So I'm pretty sure Dilated Mind plays Rich Hag a lot, I want to say. Yeah, he does. I was pretty sure that's what it was. So yeah, he's plays quite a bit of Wretched Hag, so looking like they might swap that to him.
We're also going to see Slither for the first time, so we might be seeing some new heroes this time, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think Slither was banned, but I haven't seen him, which is kind of weird. He's obviously a really strong hero, so kind of weird to not see him, but good to see him picked up this game.
Definitely. We do see another Pharaoh pickup. Both games, the team with Pharaoh has lost, so.
Yeah, Pharaoh kind of on the losing end of every game, so maybe not the best hero to pick up. Looks like he's been on a losing tear right now, but chooses to pick him up. Obviously, still a great initiator, just kind of getting short end of lanes most of these games.
Yeah, definitely. Bubbles picked up once again. Bubbles pretty much a hero that you pick up if he's not banned, and he doesn't really get banned that often.
Yeah, I was surprised he actually didn't get banned this game. He's been pretty prominent in both games. First game, he really did a lot. In second game, not as much, but he was still a pretty effective hero. So kind of weird they didn't ban him. They really wanted, and they've kind of been concentrating these bans opening a lot. And Thunderbringer, Pebbles, and Devour have just been steady bans. They really don't want to play against any of those heroes.
Definitely. I'm actually really curious to see who DDT picks up here, because this is actually a big deal, who they're going to get to complete their lane. Waiting a while, so they're really trying to decide the best heroes they can pick, it looks like. Probably going to see Glacius pick up, which would be good. Glacius is a great hero, and Magnus maybe. Yeah, Glacius Magnus, what do you think of that?
Good support. I still, looks like they're highlighting Forsaken Archer, a good double stun in a hold lane, so that would be a good try lane for them to run, and then run Pharaoh that long lane again so he can just get demolished like every other game, so. It does look like that's where they're going to run their lanes, and that would be a pretty good lane setup.
Yep. That would definitely be great, and that would give them some pretty good synergy with Glacius' ult, Hag's ult, Magnus' ult. That would be way better team-fighting synergy than they had last game, and they managed to win last game, and they will still have two semi-carry heroes, but Hag not as strong of a semi-carry as Valkyrie, for sure.
Yeah, obviously Valkyrie being that agility hero, she does pick up a lot of steam towards the late end of the game. She has great stat growth, almost 3 agility per level, so towards the end of the game she does get really powerful, and more powerful than Wretched Hag, I would even say.
Gladiator and Soul, that's really weird. They don't seem like they have really a tri-lane to... Well, yeah...
Slither?
I don't know. Which Slither, Witch, Gladiator?
Jungle Bubbles.
Yeah. I guess so. Slither, Witch, Gladiator would actually be pretty good.
Yeah, I don't like their tri-lane as much as I like Hellborn's tri-lane, because they don't have very many. They just have the slow and I guess the 2 stuns, which they're setting up the Gladiator stun really isn't that bad, but yeah, it's a good lineup for them. And like one of our trusty specs is pointing out, that is a solid Dota lineup. That is a pretty standard picking up, Venomancer, Puck, Kanka, Lion, and what I can't remember the other guy, but Nevermore. Yes, that is who it is. But yeah, they're picking up some really old school heroes and some good ports, and they do have a really strong team over there. So that does look like they have some really strong lanes.
That is absolutely all Dota heroes, whereas the Legion or the Hellborn opted for some Forsaken Archer. But aside from that, all Dota heroes from them as well.
Yeah, going with what you're comfortable with, I guess. I don't know personally if they've had a Dota background, but a lot of these teams obviously had, and going with what you're most comfortable with, obviously not the worst thing to do, and they're just great heroes and great ports, and all those very solid heroes, especially in Dota. Even the heroes they picked up very often picked in Dota, so looking like a good matchup.
Yep, the Legion's success is going to depend on Soulstealer's farm, like 100%. And do you expect Soulstealer mid? Yeah, I'm
expecting same strategy as the last two games. So
I feel like Hag beats Soulstealer mid if Hag plays right.
If Hag plays aggressive, she beats Soulstealer, and the ability to dodge those nukes with their blink is a good thing to have.
I just want to see Hag use animation canceling on her blink to freak Soulstealer the hell out.
Yeah, one of the better animation cancels right there. Hag just going invisible for a short amount of time.
And screaming her head off.
Yeah, pretty annoying, not gonna lie.
The Slither's gonna be interesting. Because sometimes you see Slither become really, really good and really help out the team, and sometimes he kind of just feeds because he's just such a low health hero.
That's one. You're talking about Slither, right? I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
That right. Yeah, he's a good hero, and actually, a player that made that hero very popular, Trixie, who plays from MSI, who plays him a lot, but it really goes a good build on Slither, and it's usually going a Helm of the Black Legion and a Gnome's Wisdom or a Barrier Idol or something like that, really giving him the survivability he needs to push out a lot of damage, and it really is a good deal, because Slither doesn't really need to do a lot more damage with the toxicity and with the poison spray and with his ult. There's really no point in trying to build up a bunch of damage items on him, so I'd like to see him go that build and kind of not become that feeder that you see Slither become so often.
Absolutely. It looks like Hellborn trying to take command of that rune bottom, but looks like he was picked top invisibility for Soulstealer, so not going to do anything pretty much. Pharaoh actually getting sent mid.
Yeah, I could actually agree with that. Wretched Hag going to do better in that soul lane up top.
That's true, and Pharaoh, still a good hero against Soulstealer, can definitely win the lane.
Yeah, he needs to play aggressive, though. He can't sit back like this and take auto attacks. Obviously, 2 seconds of the game, I don't really know what he's going to do, but he needs to play aggressively to be able to beat Soulstealer. And Pharaoh, honestly, a pretty hard counter to Soulstealer with Hellfire mini stuns, really making Soulstealer unable to do anything.
Oh, yeah, Pharaoh will, once level 6 hits, Pharaoh will probably be able to kill Soulstealer, guaranteed.
Yeah, as long as he plays it right and doesn't have low health when he goes in there, there's no reason he shouldn't be able to kill him.
We just see a pause, so...
Yeah, solid disconnects all game.
Spec team even had a disconnect, but he has returned.
Thank God.
What do you mean, thank God? If he disconnected, that just means we get more gold from the kills we get.
Yes, Kongor. I hope Kongor picks up another kill. Hopefully Kongor can go on a killing spree this game and maybe pick up a Savage Mace. So.
Most useful items on heroes that attack super slowly.
Agreed. Looks like a Legion team down in this bottom lane choosing to kind of stay out of the lane and leave this Gladiator solo against these 3 heroes. I don't know if that's the best idea, because this is a very powerful tri-lane they have, and really running it as a counter tri-lane to the Legion team's tri-lane.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they really need to be there to support him, and it looks like they are kind of sitting pretty close by, but definitely don't want to leave Gladiator down there too long. Looks like they're going to initiate on Slither.
He may already turn into that feeding hero we were talking about. They both dodge his poison spray, and that sucks for Legion and Slither are going to get bloodlusted real fast. And Gladiator actually could be in big trouble here if Magnus can get mana for his stun. Is not able to in time, though.
Yeah. So they're just kind of in a bad spot there, and I don't know how they didn't see him coming. Gladiator must have seen him coming across there, so maybe just not reacting in enough time to get out of there.
Yeah, definitely. And that's going to boost Forsaken Archer's farm already, and that's going to be really good for the Hellborn.
That Gladiator Whip just annihilates Forsaken Archer with their low health.
Yep, and that sets them up really well for some easy kills on her, because I'm pretty sure Witch Slayer plus a Magma Stun would take her out right now, especially because that would set Gladiator up to hit his whip once more, and that would take her out almost for
right. And it'd be really weird if Magnus actually used his stun on his own teammate.
Yeah, I just thought that would be cool and a good strategy.
But no, Witch Slayer and Slither obviously putting on a good amount of DPS, and if they manage to get her low beforehand, it's going to be pretty easy for them to pick up a kill on her. It's like Witch Slayer going to go down, though, here. Slither missing his Poison Spray a little bit, kind of. Poison Spray, that's a good skill to talk about. It is not as good as it used to be. Obviously, the range got nerfed pretty hard. It's only 600 right now, whereas it used to be pretty static. I think it was 1,000 or 800 or something.
Yep, that's actually a big deal, because that early game Poison Spray is really what this tri-lane is going to rely on, is that he hits that, and he hasn't been able to.
Yeah. So,
yeah, if your teammate picks up Whispering Helm, they can actually dominate heroes on the other team, and that's why I was talking about Magnus stunning. I was just thinking about the late game.
Right, late game potential, I suppose. We can pretend it's that.
Gladiator hanging back a little bit. Forsaken Archer picking up that farm. Not actually that many creep kills, though, 6-4. But beating Gladiator. Gladiator only has 2-1 right now, so definitely good for the Hellborn. As far as mid lane goes, let's see how this Pharaoh is faring against the Soulstealer. Looks like Soulstealer 11-4. Actually, some action bottom going. Nothing really, though. Yeah, but anyway, so Soulstealer at 11-4, Pharaoh at 11-2, so Pharaoh definitely holding his own here and not letting Soulstealer get that far, but as you know, Soulstealer gains souls with every kill, so the later it becomes, the stronger he gets in the laning phase, so Pharaoh needs to get ahead and get some kills on him once he has the ability to, or else Soulstealer's farm is going to really take off.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in the top lane. First time I see Bubbles in an actual lane the entire series, so he's doing pretty well against Wretched Hag, maybe? No, he's getting he's down 10 creep kills to Wretched Hag's 16, so Wretched Hag doing a good job of dominating that lane. Obviously in the short lane a little bit easier, but still well done by her of good farming.
Yeah, it's because we're seeing tri-lane versus tri-lane this game as opposed to tri-lane versus single hero.
Yeah, this is kind of the first game that's happened, and it's a good decision by the Hellborn team. They definitely have the stronger tri-lane, so it's good of them trying to run this against us. Gladiator getting nothing right now.
Absolutely, and that's really what they need. And Pharaoh racing Soulstealer for the rune, but Soulstealer picks it up, and that invis is going to save him. If Pharaoh had gotten to that rune first or even killed it, he would have been able to kill Soulstealer 100%, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Magnus needs to randomly stun behind him right now.
Alright, be right back. I am going to ghost for the team, and I'm just going to tell Magnus where to start.
Okay. You're going to travel to Southeast Asia to do this?
Yep. Soulstealer kind of hanging out in this bottom lane a little bit. Looks like he should really go back to middle lane. You can't really be missing out on this farm. He might be trying to gank. I don't know if that's the best idea.
Yeah, Soulstealer not really a hero you want to be out of the lane before he picks up either his portal key or whatever his first big item he decides to go. Because Soulstealer has just such good farm early that he should really take advantage of it. But maybe he's a little scared of this Pharaoh. Looks like we do see Slither, Gladiator, and Witch Slayer trying to set up for a gank here maybe, but